Hello there, in this video I'm going to show you how you can add this bear's head to a ring. Now you can find the bear by going to Thingiverse and googling bear, and you're looking for object 1791064, and we're going to add it to a ring. Now here I'm showing the ring in Netfab, which is the tool that we use to repair it once we've joined the bear's head to the ring. And we're actually going to create it in Blender itself. So if you go to Blender, now you do need to install the various add-ons and objects that it tells you at FluidDesigner.co.uk. And if you do that, what you can then do is go to Jewellery Rings, and you want an appropriate ring size, and I'm going to use P+. So if I drag and drop that object onto the workspace and hit the P key on the keyboard, scroll the center mouse button towards me and just click outside of the box, that just centers my ring. So that's UK P+ size ring. You can obviously choose any ring there, of any ring size you want. Now the bear's head itself, I downloaded it from Thingiverse and unzipped it, and what I need to do is import it. So if I go to File and Import STL, and I unzipped it on the desktop and go to Bear and Files and import the STL file. Now mine's quite a slow computer, so I did actually reduce the file size of that bear here in my case, but you should be alright on your computer. Now what I need to do is click on the bear's head and press the tab key to go into edit mode. Make sure all the vertices, the whole of the bear is selected, as you can see in that orange colour, and I want to scale it down. So if I press the S key on the keyboard for scale, and I'm going to type 0.1, you could move the mouse to scale it down, but I'll type 0.1 and press return. That'll scale it down to the size of the ring approximately. And if I press the tab key to come out of edit mode there, now I want to position this and I want to center it on the cursor here. So with the bear's head selected, if I go to set origin, geometry to the origin, that should snap the bear's head to the middle of the screen. And I want to switch the move, click on move here, so I've got my X and Y axes. And if I move, click on the green arrow there and just move this up. Now I'm going to switch snap off here as well. I'm just going to move the bear's head up there, and I want to rotate it. Now if you press the N key on the keyboard to open up this panel here and click on item, you can see what the rotational values are, and if I want to rotate it about X first of all, so if I click in X and if I drag the mouse to the left, I'm basically entering in negative X values, and I want to rotate it right round, something like that. Now the nose of the bear is not in the right position, so it's the Z axis into the screen. So if I click in Z here and move the mouse, I'm just positioning the nose there. And if I go to view and viewpoint and view it from the back, I can see what it looks like there. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's centered on the ring, the nose is in the right position for what I want. That's okay. So I'm not going to change any more values over here at the moment. If I just hold down the center mouse button and just rock it, I can see what that looks like, and I'd just like to go back to ortho mode there. What I want to do now is to make the ring bigger. So if I click on the ring itself and press the tab key to go into edit mode, and what I want to do is to just select that one control point there where the bear's head is, and I'm going to change the radius. So if I click in the radius here and drag the mouse to the right, you can see that I'm increasing the size of the ring. So I've just pulled the ring out there, and I'm going to actually just type in there and just set it to the number 4, but you can set that at any value you want, and then press the tab key to come out of edit mode. And if I just click on the bear's head now and I just drag upwards slightly with the green arrow, now that's not looking too bad. I could scale the bear up a little bit more, but I think I'm not going to in this case. I'm just going to pull it up a little bit more. And what's important here is if I go to view and viewpoint and top view, I don't want the bear sticking out at the bottom here, so I'm going to leave it at that at the moment. Now, I could scale it a little bit bigger. I'm not going to. I'm just going to position it down slightly there. I could rotate it about the Y slightly, just to position that nose. Alright, but that's entirely down to you how you do that. Now, provided that the bear head is not sticking out the bottom of the ring, you should be able to join them together. But before I do that, with the bear head selected, I'm just going to go over to modifiers here. So I'm just going to go into properties panel, click on the modifiers property, and I'm just going to add the triangulate modifier and go to apply. So that will apply the triangular modifier to the bear's head, and I'm going to click on the ring. Now the ring at the moment, if we look over here in the outliner panel, there's a curve icon. This is a curve at the moment, so what I'm going to do is to convert it. So go to object and convert it to a mesh now. Don't do that until you've got the sizing of the ring correct. And then what I'm going to do, again in the modifiers panel, if I go to add modifier, and I'm going to triangulate the ring as well before I join them together. So apply that triangle modifier. And then with the ring selected, if I hold down the shift key and click on the bear's head, and with the add-on Booltron, if I create a union between the bear's head and the ring, I'm basically going to join those two objects together now. And that should be my bear head ring. So if I just press G on the keyboard to grab it, you can see the bear's head and the ring itself are now joined together. I don't like that mode there. So there's my bear's head. And we could, of course, add other objects to the ring. But what I would advise at this stage is to run it through Netfab Basic to repair it. So if you go to File and Export it, and I tend to export it as an OBJ file. You could use STL, but what you then need to do is to go to Netfab Basic and import it. So go to Project and open whatever file you've saved, and you will get this warning red triangle. Blender doesn't do a perfect job when it joins objects together, so we must always repair it. So click the repair icon, click update, and you'll see there are some edges and some holes. Not to worry, just click automatic repair and execute, and then update. And the important thing is all these must be zeros, and then apply the repair and remove the old part. And there is our repaired ring with our bear head on it, and you could then import that back into Blender and you could customize it, personalize it by adding other things to it. Okay, so we've used this bear's head, which you can download free from Thingiverse. We've used Blender and various Blender add-ons to create this ring. Okay, so that's it for this video. Hope you found it useful. Thank you.